Hey everybody, welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Vorpommern Rugen. And I have to say, if I totally butchered that name, I will blame Google Translate. I put that into Google Translate, hit the little speaker button, and try to reproduce what the little lady was saying. So hopefully I didn't butcher that too terrible bad. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website in the map section. This map is for PC and console. So let's go ahead and jump on in. We're going to pick up our gator and let's go ahead and select all of our DLCs just to make sure that it's going to work with the straw add-on pack. And we're going to add the disable vehicle collision. I keep forgetting to throw this in my test mods folder. This will help so that the camera doesn't constantly get grabbed by trees and random other things. Let's go ahead and pull up the log. And there you go. So we have a clean log, not a huge list of starting equipment. Let's take a look at the map itself. So it's a pretty basic looking map. There are what appears to be 16, 17-ish fields. See why I say the word ish. I would say really there's more like field 15. I think there's field 15. There's really 15 fields, and 16 and 17 technically aren't fields. You'll see what they are when we finally get around to them, but they're just technically not fields. We have all our standard crops on this map, including sugarcane. And we start by owning fields 7 and 13. Let's go ahead and check our prices screen. So I do this video on hard mode, and even on hard mode we have crops in the silo. We even have sugarcane in the silo. And you can see we have prices for all kinds of stuff. We even have prices for the pellets, the straw and the hay pellets. And we have a sell point for wool, wood chips, and the like. You can see we have our starting equipment. Some of our starting fleet is fairly old. The 1455 has a fair number of hours on it. The Metaltech Tipper has a fair number of hours on it also. So those are two things that have a fairly high maintenance value and a fairly low resale value. So you may want to dump those as quick as you can. See if you can't minimize your operating costs. Let's go ahead and borrow out some money so that we can go around and buy some animals. And while we're doing that, let's read a little bit of the description. So the description says this card is fictitious. All standard functions of LS17 are installed. There are 2 courtyards and 2 purchasable grounds for placeable objects, 15 fields, 6 forests, and all standard animals. So we do have all 3 animals on the map. We don't own any particular of any of those, and there's nothing in the feed troughs. And our silo has a capacity of 100,000 liters. So with that, let's take a look at the starting equipment. We start with a 1455, which has 30 hours on it, the Case 7700, the Manitou telehandler with bale fork. We have the 5.90 New Holland harvester with corn and grain header. Here's the Metaltech tipper that has 27.5 hours on it. We have an agroliner tipper. We have the row crop seeder, a sprayer, the disc spine, pickup truck, and a water trailer. And nothing is leased. Let's go ahead and lease up our gator that we can drive around in. And let's look at the map, figure out where the store is. So the shop is right here at the farm. The reset point is also way over here. All right, so the shop is right here, but if we have to hit reset, it's way over here for some odd reason. So that is something to take note in. Let's let's go in here and let's return this. And let's lease another one so that we don't have to go and get it. All right, let's take a look around the farm. So here's we start here at the main house, and we've got a little bit of a development here. Another house right here, and our cow area is right here, where we're going to buy or deliver our cows. There they are. Open the gate and come on in here. Got our feeding trough here. We can get to it from the outside. See if we can't find our water trough. Here's our water trough way over here. We can also get to this from the outside. And then we have the traditional silage trough here, because this is the standard in-game cow building. Now, I did notice when I was walking around the map initially that there is an odd collision here at the cow farm. If I walk slowly, take a look at how you can tell if you look closely. I'm going up. Okay? And I'm going to get to the bottom here, or to the end, and I'm going to drop. Alright, so that is not me. That is a weird collision that is not flush. You can see it right here. Red line. Look at that. It kind of slopes down. I think it's the tip collision on the feeding area. But you'll see it when I'll find the gator. We'll drive over it and you'll see how that is going on. So that's kind of an odd thing that probably needs to be corrected in the next version. Here we have a silage trough for our cows. And we have our liquid and solid manure pits. Got our water trailer right here by a water fill point. Let's walk on over here and go around this shed. On into the farm proper. We've got some storage. There's our cedar. We have a nice storage building. There's our 1455, our disc spine, and there's the spawn point for the store. It's the rest of our farm equipment. Sprayer in here, and that's about it. Our fuel point. We have liquid fertilizer, vehicle shop, and the repair customized trigger. And I don't think these open. They don't. Alright, let's go here and check out this cow area again. And I'll show you what I'm talking about on this collision. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to straddle it so the left tires are on it, or the right tires are on it, but the left tires are not. There we go. Look. See what's going on here? Kind of an odd thing. And then when we get to the back here, the end, we're just going to drop. I mean, we don't tip before then. And there we go. So obviously we can't back up because we're hitting the thing. We can do some pretty cool aerial acrobatics here. If we drive on it, we can jump off the edge. Kind of known for jumping things, apparently. So there you go. So that'll need to be fixed in a future update for sure. So here we have field 4. We don't own this field. Let's go ahead and check and see what the prices are. Field 4 is 11.46 hectares, $928,000. There are missions on the map. And something to take note is right over here, we've got a fairly large grass area that we can come in here and mow for our cows. This is not fertilizable grass. This is just what I call map grass or giant's grass. So you won't get a huge yield out of this, but you will get grass out of this. One option could be to come in here and plow this up and plant grass. That is definitely an option for you. So one thing to make note of is that this map consists of some fairly large fields. Let's go over and check out field 1. It's not the smallest field, but it's also a modest size field, and we'll see how big that one is. But we don't have a whole ton of fields on the map, and they're all fairly large in size. A nice little pond over there. So here's field 1. Field 1 is 4.13 hectares, $334,000. So that's 3 hectares there. So that's about the same size as field 7. Our smallest field is going to be field 8. I would suspect that's probably 1.5, 1 3/4 hectares in size. Field 4, that was 11. So that'll give you kind of a frame of reference for fields 2 and 3. So let's go ahead and let's try to find the chickens. They appear to be turn around here, and our chickens are right here at this house. There's our chickens. So this appears to be a neighbor's house, but our chickens are here. Or we basically have permission to, I guess, collect the eggs. And since we're already going this way, let's go ahead and make our way around the map in a clockwise direction. So we have large open areas of grass that you can mow. Definitely plenty of grassland here on the map. Lots of large square fields. So if you're somebody who wants to play on large square fields, lots of grass, this map definitely looks like it's something that you might enjoy. Got a fairly decent wooded area here with some different levels and layers of terrain. It's always nice to see, not having all flat wooded areas. Coming up on the BG, look at that giant field of beets. Oh my goodness. Coming up on the BGA. We're down here. Let's go ahead and check out this field 9. 4.82 hectares, $390,000 for that field of beets. So down here at the BGA, we have our digestate. It's giving me the trigger on that. There's our chaff. There's our triggers for the BGA. Here we have the digester. But what should have been the trigger for big old dip there? Here's our digest state. So you know what's over here? This must be a slurry sell point back here. I do see an icon now that resembles a sell point icon. That's why we're not getting the trigger. That is a slurry sell point. Indeed it is. Silage. Mist. So that is manure and silage. And then we have a bale sell point. Wood chips. Okay. Let's go ahead and get on in the gator and drive over there. Take a look at that. Wood chip sell point is directly ahead. Got these old concrete looking pavers here. Here we have the wood chip sell point. And the log sell point right there. There appear to be two more bunkers up there in the distance. Field 8 is the smallest field on the map from what it appears, so let's go ahead and check and see what that one is. 1.35 hectares, field of potatoes. This big, massive grass area. Again, there's plenty of grass on this map. Plenty of grass. Alright, let's go left and make our way down south. And make our way this direction. Next sell point. This massive field down here. What is this field? Field 10. It's massive. Let's check and see what field 10 looks like. 11.8 hectares, $955,000. Another nice pond here off to our side. Here we have a bale sell point for hay, straw, and grass. And then we have the traditional grain dump. I like to drive through the grain dumps just to make sure no one falls through. Now let's make our way up north and just check out this non-field 17. This is one of the two viable placeable areas on the map. So if you want a, not that you couldn't necessarily just plop the placeable down here at the grass, but there are two areas on the map that are kind of specifically intended for placeable. And in order to put a building down here, you have to own space. So field 17 is 1.51 hectares, $122,000. But if I tried to put a building down here, I'm not going to buy the place because I want to save the money for it. I can't put a building here. I don't own it. Put a building way out here on the grass. Everywhere here, I can't put a building because I don't own any of this space until I buy it. And then once I buy it, I'll be able to put a placeable down. We've seen this concept on a few different maps, at least in the PC arena. I don't know if we've seen it too many places for console at this point. This may be the first map that kind of thing is available to console players. Go ahead and check this out. This is a this does have a bunker collision. You can put chaff in here and ferment. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way across to, well, we'll just go ahead and go up here to the sell points to the north. We don't necessarily need to go check out the placeable buyable area field 16. We already know kind of the concept down here at field 17. 16 is just laid out a little bit different. But I do want to go check out, we obviously need to check out the sheep area, which is directly here, or to our right. And the pig farm, which is to our right and south a little bit. And that appears to be where our main silo is. I think this is the road into the sheep area. Here's where we're going to be buying or delivering our sheep. And we have our wool spawn point. And we have our grass trough and our water trough. This is our feed trough, and our water trough is right here. And there's our sheeps. Sheep have a nice big area to roam in. Very good. And we can get in here and mow if we want to. I know on my play series, I often like to just mow inside the cow pen. I think it's a little crazy that we can't, or it's a little crazy that we have to feed cows grass specifically. So I figure if they're going to be kept up in a meadow of grass and they're going to refuse to eat it, well, then I'm going to mow that grass up and feed it to them in the trough. So if you want to do the same thing for your sheep, you can. Go ahead and go on in here. Again, more grass. There's grass out the wazoo on this map. Let's just check this place out. So we've got a sell point in here for potatoes. Come in here to sell your potatoes or drive over here to tip in. So here's your potato and sugar beet sell point. And then here's your sell point that accepts wheat, barley, soybeans, corn, and sugarcane right here. Go ahead and drive through that just to make sure that we don't fall through. Go. I am glad that we put that camera collision mod in so that the camera isn't going crazy every time I get around a tree. Without that mod, the tree kind of grabs the camera, constantly zooms in and out. It's majorly annoying. So like I said, we're just going to cut across here. No real need to go check out the placeable area. It's right up there. You can see it. It's another area of kind of some grassy spots, concrete. Let's go ahead and turn down this road. This appears to be where the arable farm is and the pig area. You could plow most of these grass fields and make regular fields if you wanted to, and not spend money on regular fields. You could just make your own with all of this grass area. Here we have the sell point for manure. Bring it in here and sell your manure here. Squeak on through. The animal buy point. Is right over here. Their egg sell point. Okay. Sell eggs to the I guess the lady who lives up in that apartment. And here's where we buy our animals. Wish to pick them up. And sneak on back through here. Head over to the pig farm. Another nice pond over here. I suspect you'll probably be able to drop your trailer in there and fill up. Fairly standard Farm Sim 17 pig area. There were feed troughs. There were water trough. We have the straw area. And over here we should have the deliver area. Yep. There you go. And of course you have your solid manure. And then we have this way cool liquid manure pit. Make sure you always leave the gate up. We don't want anybody falling in there. Be a horrible thing to have happen. I like how this is uneven. See how the road is uneven, undulates a little bit. Let's wander our way over to what I am calling the kind of the arable farm area. It's really not a it's really not a field you buy. Let's have some more silage bunkers, silage pits. We have our large silo system here. It's a pity it only holds 100,000 liters. Very rough. That other thing just bounces around. Very rough to tip in here. And then your fill out trigger is right there. So this is your out pipe. And something. No. We have liquid fertilizer and seed. And we got to this pallet is obviously in the wrong space. So that's also needs to be fixed obviously in a future update. vehicle storage shed down here. And I'm pretty confident that these are just deco bales. Just check. They definitely look like deco bales. Look really nice weathered bales, that's for sure. A little weirdness going on right here, but beyond that, they look like really nice weathered, semi-molded bales. Alright, let's go ahead and go up here to what appears to be the wool sell point, just south of field 6, and we'll call it a tour at that point. Well, let's go ahead and check out field 3. We're going to drive past the buy marker, so let's go ahead and check out the size of field 3, and we'll drive past the size, or the field 2 marker. Field 3 is 24 hectares, $1.9 million to buy that thing. So overall, I think it's a nice map. Has a few visual errors, issues with it, but I don't think anything that's groundbreaking. I've not tried to play on the map, so I'm just assuming all of the triggers are functional and everything works. You want a map with real big, square-ish fields, lots of grass, and kind of a European or German or kind of a Polish type look, then this map might be for you. 23.6 hectares, so field 3 is bigger, $0.9 million. Bigger, but not by much. Let's go ahead and cut across this big grass area to get to the wool sell point. Look at this, you can seriously yank a lot of bales out of here. And here's your wool sell point. So let me know, guys, in the comments what you think of the map. Is this a map that you're interested in playing? Let's see if these have collisions. Nope. Drive right through those. Want to? So let me know what you think in the comments about the map. Is this a map that you'd be interested in playing on? If so, it's cool. I don't think I mentioned this. You should have seen by the title slide. This map is seasons prepared, so it does have a snow mask. So that could be important to you all if you're looking to play a map with seasons. But let me know what you think of the map. And until next time, happy farming.